friends, and welcome back to an all-new episode of Let's Talk About Star Wars with Maggie Levitt. Today's episode is going to be jam-packed with all sorts of stuff that I have got in the last week, including my fabulous, out-of-print Jedi shirt for the High Republic. If you haven't got a shirt yet, there are so many cool ones that are out right now over on Amazon, out of print, Hot Topic, at the Disney store. Honestly, it's a great time to be a Star Wars fan, especially a Star Wars fan who is a fan of the High Republic, because there is just so much new content, so many new shirts, so much fun, and yes, I am fully aware of the irony of me wearing a Jedi shirt when I am so much Camp Nile. Definitely not going to bring back teams, but I am Team Nile. But all that to be said, everyone has been reading the High Republic books this week. I know so many people who have already finished Rising Storm and Race to Crash Point Tower. And it has been so much fun to see everybody talking about it on Twitter. And not too many people have spoiled anything. I have seen a few people who thought it would be a good idea to live tweet a book. I am judging you just a tiny bit, but it has just been really great to see so many people be so excited about Star Wars, and we had another huge announcement this week. We had Star Wars Visions at the Anime Expo yesterday, which was just so much fun to watch. All of those little teasers, the shorts, just has me so excited for September. One of the studios said that it was coming out September 22nd, so I guess we do have a date for the actual premiere of it. And as far as I know, it's going to be bingeable, so they're all going to come out on the same day, so we can all experience it all in one fell swoop. So I'm super excited about that. Always love to see what other creators come up with within the Star Wars universe, and I have a soft spot for anime. So I'm really excited to see what happens with that and what sort of stories that we get from those shorts. Also, of course, super excited about the fact that at least one of those shorts has something to do with Ronin, the book that is coming out later this year. So that's really exciting. Cannot wait for more new Star Wars books. On the topic of Star Wars books, I recently picked up this book. I had actually had it in digital first, Guide to Batuu. I am missing Disney World, really missing Batuu, so I picked this book up at Target about a week ago. It finally came, and it just makes me want to go back to Batuu, home away from home. But I had this as a digital version like last year, and so I wanted to get it in hardback. It's going to go on my bookshelf next to my Galaxy guide from like the early 2000s, maybe the late 90s. But I love these guidebooks that are like in-world guidebooks. They always make me super excited. But you've already seen my arc for Out of the Shadows. But the official hardback book turned up this week, and I am so excited to have this and to put it onto my High Republic shelf with my previous arcs, and I just cannot wait for everyone to read this. It is July, which is inconceivable, but it is July, which means it is Out of the Shadows month. In a short time, everyone will be reading this one, which is probably my second favorite from this wave. I love Race to Crash Point Tower, but between Rising Storm and Out of the Shadows, there's some really interesting stories and concepts that come up that just have me, like, so excited to talk about it soon. I definitely don't want to delve in too deeply into anything High Republic on my channel yet, because I don't want somebody to stumble across it and get spoiled, because I know everybody is listening to things at their own rate and reading things at their own rate, but this book has some really cool characters, some really cool concepts, and just a lot of stuff that has me even more geeked for what's to come. So this month, make sure you have your pre-orders in, make sure you go pick up your copies when they come in. So good. And then, speaking of the High Republic still, I could not help myself. I had to pick up the Target exclusive cover because my boy, my Martian, has a poster in the back of it. Please don't tell Martian I'm wearing a Jedi shirt. But I'm just so excited to have this. I am not 100% sure if I'm going to take it out of the book yet, because one, I don't want it to get lost, and also I don't have a lot of wall space, as you can tell, so I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet, but this cover is so gorgeous, and I just had to have it. So it is going on my bookshelf next to all of my other copies of Rising Storm. So excited about that. So if you're the kind of person who likes to get all of the different collectible covers, definitely pick up the one from Target. I believe they are 30% off in store right now. So if you have a Target nearby, definitely go check that out. And then some other things that I've recently got that I did not share on here yet. I went to the post office about 2 weeks ago and I picked up the Droids collection stamps. I've never been a stamp collector, but I just couldn't resist because K2 is on here, and as you all know, big fan of Rogue One, so had to pick that up. And of course BB-8's on there too. Disappointingly, Dio is on there. No shade, but had to get those, so I'm going to keep those. I'm not putting them on Christmas cards this year. Those are for me and my personal Star Wars collection. On the topic of posters, I was going through some stuff from my childhood and I stumbled across an absolute gem. If you follow me on Twitter, you've already seen this, but I wanted to share it on here as well. This room is protected by the Force, but sadly not cleaned up by it. Looking around my recording space, might have to put this one up. But just to give like a glimpse into how old this poster is and how it's probably been there for the past 16 years, this is a double-sided Nickelodeon poster. And on the back side is the 10th anniversary celebration, reunion spectacular for all that. So definitely feeling a little old today. I also got this super awesome book this week from Chronicle Books. So excited about this. It is Star Wars Mazes. It is filled with so many fun challenges to escape. They are fun little like brain teasers. It is made for adults, so don't feel weird about picking up a copy of it for yourself. So huge thank you to Chronicle Books for sending this out to me. So awesome, and I will have a review of it up on Your Money Geek later this week. So huge thank you so much. Totally geeked about that. And then, as I talked about last week, I've been on a bit of an auction kick here lately, and I picked up this visual guide that was just like, it was up in the auction. So this is going into my Star Wars book collection, because you can never have too many visual guides, even if it is, of course, outdated. But it's great. Totally love having some vintage Star Wars books in my collection. And then I talked about this a couple months ago when Luminous Beings was doing a fundraiser, and they were selling Fennec Shand and Rose Tico pens for a benefit. And they have finally come in. Here's my beautiful Fennec Shand pen that I am just totally in love with. It's going to be going up on my pen board as soon as I'm done recording this. And Luminous was super awesome, and they sent these two really adorable stickers. You got the Lost Cat and the Lost Wolf, and so obsessed with these. These are going to be going in my little sticker collection. So huge thank you to Luminous Beings for creating such incredible work. And then last but not least, well, I still have two other things to talk about, but last but not least, I want to give a huge shout out to Arzu from Space Waffles for creating Lulas for so many of us, getting tongue-tied here, but for creating Lulas for so many of us and sending them out. So excited to have Wrecker's stuffed little bunny, the only bunny that's going to be in my room, but it's so cute and huge, and it makes me feel omega-sized. So thank you so much, Arzu, for making these and being just generally awesome. But going back to things that I've picked up from auctions recently, as I said last week, I have been on a bit of a Padme kick, a bit of a Phantom Menace kick. The prequel kid in me still wants so many things from the prequel era, so I could not resist seeking out a piece de resistance of my new prequel era collection. one of the 3 Padme Portraits. These dolls were something I coveted as a child. I had a friend that had a few of these. I think she had 2, and I did not. So now that I am an adult, I have been in search of these 3 portraits, and now I own this beautiful porcelain Padme doll. So beautiful, and I don't know if I'm taking her out of the box because I do like the portrait window and the fancy window on the back, but she is beautiful and probably will go up on the top part of my bookshelf or down at the bottom with my extra large Funkos. But I needed this, and I loved that this was something that was advertised as being for adult collectors, as it says on the front right here. It says for adult collectors. But I wanted this as a kid, and so there's some irony in the fact that I didn't get my hands on this until I was an adult, with adult money, buying adult things. So yes, I have the first of hopefully 3. Still tracking down the other 2. Of course, I really want the red dress, and hopefully I'll get my hands on that very soon. But I'm just so excited about this one. Just so excited. I always wanted this dress and her red dress to be my own. So now I have Miss Dolls. Well, 1. Soon though, soon. And then my other acquisition is an unexpected acquisition. If you've known me on this channel, you know that I have gone through a tremendous character arc since the start of this channel. When I first started making videos, I was not a Boba Fett fan, and all of you got a front row seat to me becoming a Boba Fett fan. So I couldn't help myself when I saw this, because the Book of Boba Fett is coming out later this year. I now really love Boba Fett. I own a t-shirt with Boba Fett's face on it. I picked up this Hasbro very large Boba Fett figure. It had already had some, it's been out of the box already, so I don't feel guilty about opening it. Somebody else long before me had already opened it. And I bought it. And now I own my first Boba Fett figure. And I just love how this box is designed, so it has the picture over it. And there he is. He's already come out of this box because the tape's already been broken. I'm not the first one to open it. Somebody's actually taped this back up. So I'll just do the honors of reopening him. But this surprised me, needless to say. I couldn't help myself. I needed Boba Fett in my life, and I cannot get this tape to separate. I saw this and I was just like, I need that in my life. I am going to make that mine. And I did. And I think that's what's so fun about Star Wars and about Star Wars fandom, is that sometimes we change our opinions, and that's okay. There's certain things that I'll never change my opinion on. Mark my words, I do not believe that I will ever be a fan of The Rise of Skywalker. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, so he comes with his jetpack, and there he is. He has been already out of the box. His little thingy is bent. But he looks great. This is such a fun figure. Not 100% sure on the age of this. I think maybe early 2000s. This particular Kenner piece. Let's see if I can get him out of the way. But as I was saying, I love that there are new things, new stories, new character arcs that we are introduced to that change our opinions on certain characters. Boba Fett for me was the biggest change of heart There is an early episode of Let's Talk About Star Wars where I expressed great dismay at the prospect of Boba Fett coming to The Mandalorian. I was like, I don't want it. I mean, I'll take it if it's Tamora Morrison, but like I was super against it. And now I own a Boba Fett action figure. So, you know, people change, opinions change, feelings change. But I love that. I definitely know other people who felt the same way about Boba Fett, and then now we're like counting down the days until the book of Boba Fett. So it's beautiful, beautiful character arc. I love the story for me. But so that is. He also just looks like he's wearing like he just looks like he's wearing like coveralls. It's kind of cute. Anyways, as I was saying, that is all that I have to share with you all today on this, the 4th of July. You know, when you have grown-up money, you can buy things that you have always wanted and things that you never knew you needed. And as always, you know, stay safe out there, have fun, find things that spark joy. And I will be here next week to talk Star Wars with all of you. So without further ado, may the Force be with you. I'll see you next week.